Hello, everybody. What you're about to see is a slightly edited version of what we experienced on this past Wednesday night at our youth event. We got the opportunity to talk about relationships. And what's funny is that I realized while watching this back and while editing it that we did less conversating about relationships than I thought we did. We had a ton of fun. I hope that you really enjoy it. And also check out the State Farm video that came out of this. So much love, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, then let's start here. Let, what grade are you in? Ninth grade, eighth grade, ninth, seventh, ninth.
Eighth.
Okay, awesome. So nobody in here is anybody 16? Okay, you're 16. Okay. So who's that creeping at my window? So let's start here. When it comes to relationships, I think relationships are funny because when I was in the sixth grade, all of a sudden it was like the thing to do was, oh my God, they're going out. That happened. Was that kind of?
It was fifth grade for me.
Fifth grade for real?
Fifth grade.
Fifth grade, really? Maybe I just wasn't cool enough. Maybe I wasn't a good enough catch. Maybe it was because I went to school with all white people. And anyway, in the fifth grade, suddenly, in the sixth grade, because there were, of course, in the fifth grade, folks were like, oh, I like her. I like him. And I was like, it is what it is. In the sixth grade, suddenly, we're not in one classroom all day. Look, middle school revolutionized my world. I was like, what? We could go to lunch by ourselves? Ain't no line I gotta get in? What? And then going between classes, and we had a block schedule, so I had like first, third, fifth, and seventh on Monday, Wednesday, Friday on a particular week, and I had my second, fourth, sixth, and eighth period classes. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of y'all got blocked. So I remember in the sixth grade, suddenly it was like, oh, who are you going out with? Who are you going out with? Oh, I'm going out with her. Now, when you're in sixth grade, totally different context in 2001, 2002 than it is in 2013. Because in 2001, 2002, you didn't have no cell phone. How many of y'all had a cell phone in sixth grade? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So yeah, in sixth grade, I remember in the seventh grade, my dad used to have y'all may not remember these, the Nextel phones that had the little walkie-talkie. Yeah. Where are you at? So my dad used to have those. So I remember he got rid of one. So I took one. I started acting like it was my phone. So I was like carrying it around. And folks was like, oh, snap, son, you got a phone? And I was like, yeah, I got a phone. But in sixth grade, you didn't have a phone. You had the house phone. So suddenly, it was, oh, yeah, we were talking on the phone and we held hands and all that. Then it was like, oh, they were making out. Now, did folks still make out? Oh no, I'm a little out of touch.
Yeah. They'd be grown still.
Like in public, we couldn't do it in public. I went to Oakview Middle School. Now, Oakview Middle School, holding hands was considered PDA, public display of affection.
It is.
And public displays of affection were immediately. They'd be like, y'all two are holding hands. You need to stop. Now as a youth pastor, if I see two 12-year-olds walking in the hallway holding hands, I'm like, really?
No,
really? Neither one of y'all hit puberty yet, so neither one of y'all has any idea what's going on. But yeah.
After middle school, that she's going through right now, you can't even hug people. The principal be on it. He be like,
but it's
hey,
dumb,
no,
because like you have a lot of gay students there, so they'll be like the same sex hugging each other. They don't say nothing. I'm like,
oh, I'd be blowing the whistle. I'd be blowing the whistle.
No, nobody says anything.
I would be up in the office like, I don't care if they're gay. They like each other, so they should be able to hug each other either. Team no hugs.
But it's bogus because the principal there is moving up to high school next year, and it's about to be all bad.
Well, okay, so sixth grade public relations perfection. So seventh grade, eighth grade. I mentioned yesterday in my video. How many of y'all watch my videos? Maybe. Okay, I mentioned yesterday in my video that we also talked about the Song of Solomon and how it reads more like a love note between two people and how they're kind of. When I was in the seventh grade, I was dating this girl named Katie Reinholdson. Now, keep in mind, in seventh grade, you're not actually dating people. You just say that you are. You know what I'm saying? You high schoolers understand. You middle schoolers like, no, they go out. No, they for real go out. No, when you get to high school, you realize it's a totally different deal because like folks do stuff when they date, like go to the movies.
They do that now.
Right.
Or like go to each other's house
Yeah.
and do stuff.
Yeah.
They do that now.
They do that in middle school.
Yeah, and in elementary.
Lynn.
No, there was
We
this
were
girl
right.
that
They
was
did it was
that
just there's 8 lunch weeks or stuff like that.
They're
They're
not
not
going
going
on
on maybe dates with
Yeah,
their
like
parents.
what, we just used to talk on the phone. And we talk on the phone like, so what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing.
No.
Watching TV.
Nah.
What do you watch? Exactly.
Like,
I'll talk, and then we could watch Jersey Shore together. Oh my God! And then we watch or Jersey Shore. Obviously wasn't when I was in middle school. We watched stuff like The Real World. Oh, did you just see that? That was so cool. And you sit on the phone for like an hour and a half, just commentating about something you're watching on TV.
Nah, you
That
actually
was
go to the
middle
movies
school
and stuff.
relationships. That was middle school relationships. We held hands. I was dating this girl named Katie Reynoldson, and we used to I hung out with mostly girls, because I just did my lunch table in 6th and 7th grade. It was me and like 20 girls. So a lot of dudes didn't like me because they was like, oh, you think you got the emerald with all the girls, and it wasn't even like that. It wasn't like that. But I learned how to fold. Do y'all still pass notes?
Yeah.
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 Like in middle school, y'all still pass notes, right?
No, we text each other.
Oh my
During
God.
class. Like, I have a jacket and I put it on like this and I slip one of my arms out and go underneath the
Glasses,
table.
jacket, shirt.
We just use our
Yeah,
we just put our
they
parents on our
text or
desk.
they walk over to
I
the
tweet.
hotel.
Oh my goodness.
my phone out. It's in my wallet.
We used to actually have to, write.
Yeah, I do that so I can keep my
Oh,
bag.
you
Because
know.
my phone dies quick.
Yeah.
Turn it off and put it
My
on.
phone dies quick, and I actually use it for work, so I don't mean.
I charge my phone during class.
Right.
Right.
I charge my
I
phone.
sit right next to the
Yeah.
phone. Plug right there.
Internet.
They can't tell you to take it off.
Charge it. So-
I do that all the time, like 6 hours.
Why can't they tell you to take it off?
Cause you're not on it.
I'm gonna write the school district and say that
Don't do
phones
Don't do
should
that.
not be in the classroom. Period.
Then you gotta tell all the teachers to take their phones out.
I agree. Teachers shouldn't have their phones
Yeah,
either.
'cause my teacher tells us we can't have our phones.
My teacher be
But
on her
she
phone
be
24/7.
calling people in the middle of
Our gym teacher
I
said
think that's wrong.
My teacher,
Oh my God.
my school, we don't even use lockers. So how we not supposed to have it with us? We got our bathroom is 24/7.
It's problematic. So, but okay, so I learned back then we used to fold notes. We had really intricate ways of folding notes. Like there was a way.
This dude
I
put me in
have
a
this
marker.
friend-
Anybody got piece of
Her and
paper
her
and
boyfriend
Jack real quick?
put a note and they be folding it up in like cards.
Well, no, there was a way that I used to, and I probably can't do it right now, but it looked like an envelope, and it had a little flap, and you pulled the flap, and the whole thing kind of unraveled like that.
Do that.
My school, they just like took out like the little marker thing and they put it on the side of the marker.
They do that with
I know, so I used to do that. I used to fold it like that, and I put like from Wayne and like to Katie, and then you put like a heart in the flap, because we just thought we were so in love, and we was like, that was back when I was in middle school, like when I was in 6th grade. Usher's 8701 album came out, so I remember thinking there were. Now I think about it, it's so stupid. You Got It Bad. You ever heard You Got It Bad by Usher? Yeah, so that song came out, and like there was this girl I was kind of fiending over, but she wouldn't give me no time of day. And I remember like sitting and like singing that song in my room, like I got it bad, now when I look back on it, it's like, Negro, you was 12, you didn't have it bad, you didn't know what bad was. So, but we used to fold notes, and so I learned all these intricate ways of folding. So one day, my girlfriend walked up to me, and she is like, I have a better idea, because when at my school we had like the 7th graders, we were in teams. So it was like
They still do that.
teams like A, B, and C, and
Yeah.
we were in different parts of the building.
Yeah, but they still have that at our school. Like it's Team Supernova, Team Red Giants, Texas, like
Yeah.
Riot.
Yeah, so like basically a team. We didn't have all the classes together, but we were in a locker bay together. So we had a specific locker bay together, and there were probably like 150 kids per team. But we were just all in the same area. But there was a gang of kids in my school though, because like the elementary school was the biggest in the state at the time.
Keep forgetting I go too small.
Right. So so I was in team A, she was in team B. So we used to just try to cross paths in the hallway. So what we decided to do was to make life easier, is we just took a notebook, and she would write notes to me in the notebook, and then she would make sure the notebook got to me, and I would write notes. here's the problem. If we weren't gonna be able to, cross paths in between classes, she'd give it to one of her friends to give to me. The reason why this becomes a problem is because her friends are like, really, Wayne? Really? You did that? She should so cut you off. I'm like, why are you in our business? We are grown people. We are in a relationship. But the first girl I ever dated in the 6th grade, her name was Amanda, and she was just cool people. She was just cool people, but I had all these girls who were like on my team. Not like the only way they could be on your team in the 6th grade. I'm not talking about the way they do in high school. I'm saying they were just like, no, you get what I'm saying. Like middle school.
I hear that in a minute. That's why I was like, brand new, like brought back memory.
I'm sorry, I'm old.
On my team.
But
I'm gonna bring that back.
so they were like just
on my team.
right. So so her and I broke up. It was weird. It was a really weird thing. There was emotions, and then girls were like, "Oh, you deserve better." Now, as a 6th grader, how can you honestly say that I deserve better? What is better? What does better look like?
High school.
So there was a 7th grader.
Actually,
There was a 7th grader named Stephanie who was like all up in my face cranium area all the time, and I was like, I could be with her if I want to. Now, by the time I got to 9th grade, that would have been a whole different conversation. It would have been, I could hit that if I want to. But as a 7th grader, I could be with her if I want to. So. But relationships are funny. Like, what do relationships look like at your right now? Because, like I said, 2001, 2002, 2003, that's when I was in middle school. So, 2013, what do they look like right now, middle schoolers? Just what do they look like?
They look like high schoolers. They look
They
like high
straight in the
schoolers.
hallway.
Word?
Yeah.
Yes,
They-
that's disgusting. Like there's this couple at my school. They're
But
like,
you want a Henry. Everybody gets pregnant at Henry.
no, that's North. That's a whole different game wall right there.
That's
a whole different game wall. That's
North is worse than Henry.
Yes, way worse.
Way
That's where all the
worse.
pregnant girls go. So.
Oh, it used to be Henry.
Is North in that alternative school or
No, it's
Anyway, at North.
yeah, at North. But at Henry, there's this couple. Their lockers are like a couple steps away from the lunchroom. And I come out of the lunchroom. I don't want to see two people standing at their locker just eating.
Oh,
Right.
playing console hockey, they're all up in each other's
They're
mouth.
basically-
And you like, that's how you get disease.
And I be wanting to throw it, but they're basically having sex at their locker with their clothes on. And I'm just like, go away. Go into a
He's
corner.
probably being like, hey, I invented it, so.
And then I just want to throw up.
But like,
So they just be making out in the hallway at middle school and get away with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
At my school they just be like, you guys it's time to go to class. Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, and then at the school dances, everybody be twerking on each
It's
other.
like all
We're having a
walk
go in the dark
next
school
to it,
dance
and they
on
hug and like sometimes they like the teacher won't do anything. But like it's just like gay couple that's like really nasty and like the teachers don't do anything about it.
Because they're gay and everybody's afraid to say things against gay
And
people.
it's like
Why?
they do stuff in the hall that like not
I'll say this, because y'all know the gay.
Yes, no. It passes on August 1st.
Hold on.
They signed it, so it passed on August 4th.
It's
So
back.
I'm like,
The reason, of course, I'm absolutely, positively, 100% against homosexuality and gay marriage. But the reason why I'm glad that it passed,
You seen our tweets, didn't you?
I probably did. The reason why I'm glad it passed is because now I can't be in hate speech. You have the same rights as me, so if I say something against you, you can't be like, well, I don't have rights. No, you got rights now. So you need to own up to the fact that y'all look nasty. You get what I'm saying? And however you feel about it, that's between you guys and your conscience. I'm just saying that's how I feel. So that I think that's ridiculous. So I think that if heterosexual couples, middle school couples, and high school couples can't kiss, then neither can gay couples in school. Yes.
but like our whole school district has like this, what's it called, an equity vision, and it's like we support gays, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, they have a Gay
whatever.
State Alliance.
And then like
Yeah, GSA,
yesterday,
they've had that for a minute.
yesterday in English, someone said someone was gay, and then the teacher went off and was all like, "Oh, it's wrong to say something."
No, I agree though. I agree that like if like, oh my God, that was gay. That's not
You
gay.
ever seen that commercial?
No, but that
He
is
don't
like
follow.
it's like something somehow they'll be saying, oh, that was so, and it says his name.
Yeah, so I agree with that. I don't think that wasn't gay. That was just dumb. But two dudes kissing, that's gay.
That's gay.
No, it
Two
was
women
not.
kissing. For example, if just go downtown. I remember I was standing by the old spaghetti factory. These two girls were in this car, and I was sitting there going,
Man, I seen them flags for the first time today. I was like,
yeah,
oh
we
my
crossed
god. I was just in the
yeah,
car.
for
I kept
Wabasha,
saying,
the Wabasha Bridge.
Single day.
Yeah.
It's irritating because all these white people yell at me for me being against gay people, and like we argue like the whole bus ride. And I was like, you voting on being gay is like you voting on them to go to hell. And like they was all on hush mode, and like we just start arguing again. It was like irritating me because like they don't know anything.
But
They
gay
don't be
people-
saying stuff.
Gay people shouldn't be able to adopt because
All he needed was
if
one
you
flag.
chose to be gay, you chose to give up the right to have kids or whatever.
And then your children are gonna grow
I
up.
kind of agree with that.
Oh my gosh, she made sense. Everybody clap.
sir,
That was
sir. Can I go against that? Because I did a whole paper on this. Like, I
Okay,
just
we'll take
did
the
it.
next 3 minutes to deal with this, sure.
Okay. But the thing with that is, like, if you look at America, sure, you don't have the advantage to have, like, a mom and a father, but if you look at America now, single parent, there's, like, 15 million children in this United States that live without a father, and, like, 5 million more that don't have a mother. So I'm sure you'd be fine with just, like, two mothers or, like, two fathers.
No. But see, going against that, I think for you to use the argument of single parents, it's not the same thing. Because see, a single parent is a person who made a conscious decision to leave, or a person who died, or a person who cannot be in that person's life for whatever reason. It's a totally different instance than for me to say I'm going to marry a man, which would never happen because it just would never happen. But just no. But for a dude to say I'm gonna marry another dude, they are forfeiting the right to have kids because they are making a conscious decision. Now you may sit there and say, well, you can't, nobody chooses to be gay. I think if you choose to live out that lifestyle, it is an absolute choice. Just like anybody who makes a choice to have premarital sex, it is an absolute choice that they are making for themselves to do it. So I think using the single parent argument is wrong. The only argument that might work is if you say, well, there are plenty of heterosexual couples who can't have kids and they have to adopt. The difference being they can't have kids because of infertility, because of some disorder within the inside of them, which is beyond their control. So, and if you came back at me and said, well, homosexuality is beyond somebody's control. If that's the case, then talk to me about the thousands of years that people have been gay, because people have been gay since the beginning of really evil. I mean, if you look at Genesis chapter 14, 15, and 16, somewhere in there, you have the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, during that time,
Isn't that
you
where,
have
like, they're threatening to come in and, like, they wanted to have sex with their father?
with the angels.
Yeah, the
Yes. So they were gay back in Genesis. If they've been gay since Genesis, which was probably, 8,000 years ago, talk to me about the 8,000 years worth of gay people not getting married. There is a possibility of hiding that and getting married to a person of the opposite sex. Just say. Yes.
I got two things. I forgot what the other thing was. And I forgot what the other thing was.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you notice how they got probably like 20 flags on each side of that bridge, but only one American flag in one spot?
You throwing knowledge right now, Loranda.
No, did you know
I drove on the bridge and I was like, word?
It's like everywhere. I was like,
My mom was
it's so
texting
colorful.
people telling them to boycott the bridge and don't cross it.
Yeah, she was like, cause watch it's gonna collapse. She was like, I can see.
She was like,
I
not
can
gonna
see it
make that
collapse.
bridge. But I was like, don't say that.
I drive over that bridge too much. Wait till I get to the other side.
She said that when we were going over. She's like, wait, it could fall after we get off.
Right.
Don't say that.
No,
So-
but like, that's dumb, right? Why?
But see, here's the thing. You all are the first generation or sublet of a generation to go to school with openly gay people. You're the first.
I can't run the whole school announcing they're at Pet Fest, and he's like, you should stop saying that.
There's a gay guy.
But you go to school with black people, so
I
you.
know, but
So
it's so funny.
if
to
he
see a
never
gay
told you
black
he was
person.
gay, you would so know. Like there were.
Exactly. Gay black dudes.
Oh my
Gay
God.
black
It's
dudes
a
are
total,
worse.
it's a totally different deal because like gay white dudes are just gay. Gay black dudes are like women.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's
Drag
no-
queens, oh my god.
Talent on YouTube who be twerking.
Dude, he is funny. That's the one I'm talking about.
But see, that's what they've done is they've convinced us to laugh at gay people so that we become desensitized. And now this whole deal is happening. Yes.
At my school, there's like this teacher. she will like if there's a gay person in our class, she will like put them out, like say their business, and then she'll be like, if like there's like somebody that's like that in the classroom, she'll say that if you make fun of them, you have to go to Saturday school.
That's.
And
I feel like if that's the case, if I make fun of anybody, see, what this is discrimination against heterosexuals, and it's ridiculous.
That could be homosexual.
yes.
In front of everybody, Jimmy. Why can't we be called in front of everybody? Why can't we talk about it?
Great point. Why can't I talk about Jesus? I coach football at a public school. I can't talk about Jesus.
My vice principal.
Yeah.
Word?
He is openly
My gym
gay
teacher's
and
gay.
he cross-eyed, but that don't matter. That
He
don't
got
matter.
married in Las Vegas.
That don't matter. But so he be wearing like pink pants and lime green shirts.
And tomorrow I'm gonna go to school with vote yes on my shirt, and I'm probably gonna get suspended. But my
Cause you
mom
gonna be
gonna-
out of uniform.
Yeah, my gym teacher, he's gay, but he coaches the girls also, not the boys.
I'm sorry. So last two, and then we're gonna move on. Yes, and then yes.
okay, there's this girl named Molly. Well, she's cool. I hang out with her, but I mean like she's bi, I guess. And then she be
I don't get why people.
How can you be a bisexual seventh grader?
Can I say something, please?
I Sean.
Okay, she be touching on her friends, and then she thinks she can come over here and touch me, and I'm like,
And you were like, move, get out the
Can I say
way.
something about that? Cause that irked me my whole like 7th and 8th grade year. I'm like, y'all don't even know what bi is. How can you? No, the 6th graders. How can you decide that you're bi in the 6th grade? You don't even know what your sexual outfit is.
Okay, here's my thing. If you don't have sex, how can you be?
That's what I was saying. I was like, how do you even decide that? You're
It's like
still
I
in
like
the 6th grade.
kissing
You don't
boys
even know
and
what
girls. No.
Because like here's my deal with that. Here's my deal with that is like kids would be like, folks would be like, well, I've known I was gay since the 3rd grade. No, you didn't.
people say that it comes naturally, but I don't believe it.
No, that's a lie.
Wow. I like how we just burst out in a song right there.
High School Musical.
No,
Wait, that was High School Musical?
No, that was Selena Gomez.
Oh.
You said burst out in the song, and I thought about that.
Oh, okay. So
I used to think
so can we pull it back to heterosexual relationships? Can we bring it back to heterosexual relationships? Can we do that? Now, so kind of establishing what relationships look for. Let me ask you this: how many of you all have been in a relationship? Raise your hand.
Dang. I feel lonely.
Don't feel lonely. Don't feel lonely. Don't start crying. It's all good. We gonna make it through. We gonna make it through. We gonna make it through. What? We gonna make it through. What? We gonna make it through. So, okay. So like I said, 6th grade, but like 6th grade I was hot. 7th grade I was still kind of hot. By the 8th grade I was not hot at all. And when I say hot, I don't mean like the way I look. I mean like folks just like me.
I remember my first.
But high school is a different deal. I'll talk about high school for a second.
High school is nasty.
So my freshman year, I went to Swinlake Park High School, and so my freshman year, I remember going through school. I never forget the day because when I was a freshman, we had this thing called Xanga, and Xanga was like the original social networking site. Xanga was MySpace before MySpace. Alright?
Oh, I know it was Beeple before MySpace.
No.
And only in San
Yeah, apparently, because I ain't never heard of that before.
Me neither.
You know, you can find me in St. Louis with a gunplay right on there. Anyway, so.
She's angry now. Okay.
So, but I remember, I never forget the day that like there was this girl who I thought was kind of cool. Like being around her, so I was like, maybe she likes me. Well, I was on Xanga, and you can type in your name, and you can see whenever people mention your name. I typed in my name, and this girl that I thought kind of liked me was like, somebody asked me today if I like Wayne. Ew. I was like,
No, girls be frontin'. I'm just telling you, like, she was just frontin'.
she was just fronting on Xanga. She's like, not to say like he's not cool or whatever, but ew. And I was like, dang. I was like,
that's a front right there.
you know, take the knife and stab me in the heart and turn it, and dang. But and then the only other, and there was this girl named Danielle who I thought was cool, but she went to a different school. She went to Osseo. Anyway, I asked for my girlfriend, and she said yes. And the next day she called me, and she said no. So.
Damn, that's some good stuff.
That sounds familiar.
Mariah, shut up. That's disrespectful.
Look, did you do that, or did somebody do that to you? Because you just put yourself on Front Street.
No, Mariah,
I did that.
that's disrespectful.
Oh, you did that?
She
That's
played with
bogus.
somebody's feelings.
How you gonna play with that man's
Like,
emotions?
that is so disrespectful.
You was like a puppeteer, like that's messed up.
That's disrespectful.
How you gonna do that? Wrong.
That is so disrespectful. That just made me mad.
Disrespectful. So
That's
you just blasphemous. So but no. So basically, so that was my freshman year. My freshman year was like team. Like I forget who it was that tweeted this. I forget who it was that tweeted this. They said it was like it was like nerds. It was like nerds. And they were hooking up, and it was like jocks, and they were hooking up, and it was like me, and it was like a person walking by themselves. I don't remember who tweeted that. But that's kind of how I felt. I was like, don't nobody want me. So lonely. I miss the lonely. Woke up in the middle of the night. Why did Akon get a record deal? Real
She
talk.
was like, nobody likes me, LeRon.
I'm so lonely.
So what's funny is, so now, listen, now we have to dig to understand what makes us feel that way.
Y'all so bogus. Oh my god.
Someone say your name. Yes.
That's disrespectful.
Disrespectful. Oh man.
Y'all so blasphemous.
I'm feeling my microphone back on. I don't know.
Ryan told me to say your name. I'm just saying.
So
You disrespectful.
here's what we have to figure out. What makes us have that feeling of loneliness? Because that's how I felt. I felt like, dang. So what makes us have that feeling of loneliness?
We're on a camera.
So you're not on camera.
Can I go just hear our voices?
So you can see it?
Yeah, I want to wait.
Sure.
I'm gonna make a guess. Do it on camera.
We're gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Follow me on Twitter. At Mariah___.
Can you put that on YouTube?
It's on.
You got it.
Yeah, I have followers, I have subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, like two.
So, what you mean like two? What you mean like two? Don't look at me like that. That's like, you ever see that person on Twitter who's got like 8 followers who's tweeted like 7,000 times?
Shut up. You want me to subscribe?
Stop.
Okay, let's get back to the
Okay, so, commercial break. I might put some of this. I'm sorry. This is the good stuff. But I won't put your names unless you don't mean. It needs to be a
I'm gonna
voice.
be like, I said this.
Right. So,
I'm gonna comment.
and y'all know I can edit if you watch my videos. I just edit stuff
Yeah,
out.
I was wondering how you was like.
It's
right
like
here,
like
you
he's
go
sitting there
through
just
it,
throwing
right,
the table.
Basically, what I do is I record and I move around and I take out chunks.
Like when you were singing, you were like.
And all of a sudden I was back.
No, no, I thought it was funny when you start singing. I was singing.
But look, have you ever seen Coming to America?
Yeah.
And then there's like someone to kiss,
Yeah.
someone to miss, run your way. That's what I was trying to be like. I was trying to be like him. So, cause hey, I got vocals. I got vocals. Hey.
You had that table problem when you was trying to fix
Yo, no, real talk though, I could not lift that table up. Like, real talk, I was like, because it was awkwardly shaped. I finally got it the next day though. So.
My mom was like, "What is he doing? He looks crazy." Because I was watching the video and she was just like, "What the heck are you watching?" And I was like, "Oh, no way." She was like, "What is he doing?" I was like, "He's trying to put the table up." He was like, "He need to quit playing."
Was that on YouTube?
Yeah.
To pick up the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
No. What happened was I was talking.
Like I could pick it up with my pen.
No, I was talking about Jesus, and I was talking about how Jesus turned over tables. I was like, Jesus went over, turned over tables and mess, and it was in my no homo video. You should look it up. No homo.
That was funny.
But so I turned the table over, and I was like, my bad, Joe. And I started trying to pick it up, but because of the way it's shaped, you can't just like, that table, you can just flip it. You can't just flip it. You gotta like get up under the whole deal and like stretch out, and then bring it over.
My mom says no homo.
That might be my fault.
I don't know, but I don't know.
No homo was like 4 years
My mom
ago.
said she said it to me. She's like, you look nice out. No homo. I'm like, you're my mom. Don't do that.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I mean, I think people still use it. I was at a football banquet. This is super commercial. I was at a football banquet this year, and we were supposed to.
Commercial on top of the
Right. So we was at a football banquet this year, and we were supposed to buy each senior a gift. Well, one of my seniors wore glasses every day to practice. And he was always like, "Coach, you got any contact solution?" Because he couldn't find his. So I bought him some contact cases and contact solution. But I put it in my pocket as I was standing up there, and I was talking about him. I was like, "So thank you so much for everything that you did for the program." Everybody clap. He was gonna turn and walk away. I was like, "Wait, don't walk away. I got your gift in my pocket. No homo." And the whole room, like none of the coaches got it. Most of the parents didn't get it. No, actually I was like, pause. No homo. And the players were dying.
That's
So,
the Boondocks.
like, pause. Granddad, you guys say no homo.
Oh yeah. I have that.
Wait,
Okay.
did you watch
Okay, let's bring it back. Huh? Yes.
Like he was like YOLO these days.
Yeah, yo.
So what creates this feeling of loneliness? What creates this feeling of loneliness in us where we feel like, hey, I got nobody.
Why are you telling me the answer?
Okay.
Okay.
Now here's my thought. I think it's a direct byproduct of what we see in three places. And that's on social networks, on TV, and in what we hear in music. I should say what we hear. But really what we see in advertising as well. So, social networking. Everybody that's booed up has got their person on Twitter and they Twitcom, right? And then they're always tweeting at each other and they be like, "I love you so much." And you be like, "Y'all been dating for 3.3 seconds. Stop." And then they're showing pictures, with my booski boo or all that different kind of stuff. So, I mean, this is what we see. I don't know if y'all do Facebook. I think that's Facebook's phased out for y'all. But Facebook's the same way where folks are always, me and my boo, and they're always, right. What is this?
Beyonce.
What song is this?
You late.
Interesting. I learn something new every day. So, but I think that's part of it is that when we see other people in relationships, it kind of messes us up a little bit because we're like, everybody's in a relationship, which is not true. The majority of people aren't in relationships.
At my school, it's like every person's in a relationship.
Yes.
But think about this. But the thing that makes people mad is they're like, think about this. Honey Boo Boo is in a relationship and you're still single. Let that sink in.
Taylor Swift ain't in no relationship.
She been in a relationship and then she makes money off of it.
Yeah, because she'd be like, I'm gonna break up with you just like I write a song, so
We are never getting back together.
Who am I talking about?
Probably one of the 8 dudes that she's dated in the last year.
You got me alone. You found me. Found me. Commercial break. He'll be right back after these messages.
Oh! You look dark in there.
Hey, let's do
that Cymbalta commercial.
Oh, wrong guy, y'all. Depression hurts. Cymbalta can help.
I'm probably gonna edit whatever y'all just did out. So I'm gonna laugh about it too. All right, press play. But so I think that's part of it. I think Honey Boo Boo is not in a real relationship. She just
Honey Boo Boo child.
$1 make me holler, Honey Boo Boo.
On Twitter, she got Honey Boo Boo's mom, right? And it was like Honey Boo Boo's mom is in a relationship. How does that make you feel? And you're not, or something like that.
That's interesting. So let's talk about movies. I mean, think about the rom-com. When I say rom-com, I mean romantic comedies. So when we think about the romantic comedies that are out there, people watch it. For example, my movie.
Twilight.
Why
I
not?
can't.
Edit that out.
Yeah, I will.
The Notebook. That's my
No, sorry.
Hater.
Sorry.
That's my
Okay, let's think about me now. Let's think about me. Not The Lion King. What's my movie?
Valentine's Day.
No. Even though I did like that movie. Anybody? I probably said it like 50 times. Anybody?
Wait, don't say it. Don't tell us.
Can I give you a hint?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it.
The actor is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Pitch.
Hitch was my movie. Hitch was my movie.
Why are you doing this like this?
That's gay.
Oh, that's gay. Yeah, no. He was like, show me the magic, Albert. Show me the magic. What was that? I said, you come 99, come 10. You don't go the whole 100. My mouth was open, Albert. Anyway, that's my movie. So, but that's my movie. But that movie was like, I was sitting back and I was like,
They
man.
had to, you know, like behind the scenes, they had to go over and over and over.
Yeah.
Again. That is disgusting.
Yeah, that is gay, yes.
They kiss real life.
That's what it looked like.
It's not acting.
It was acting, but I don't ever want to act like that.
Like make out on movies, they make out with their cheek, but they just hide it.
Not in the movies nowadays. They be all up in each other's mouth.
They show it though. They're like, screw.
I'd be like, why did you see your tongue in that person?
It's like this. It's like, what's up? Somebody.
I wouldn't do that no more.
Oh God! I'm not about to do it.
I wouldn't do that no more if I was you.
That's dirty.
Yeah, you missed it. Did you cut it? Oh.
I was looking dead at her and she did that too.
I was talking to you.
I know, but I'm talking about Mariah, what she just did.
What she do? I'm not gonna repeat what she did. What she just do? Wait, I missed that. What you did?
She did what you did, but to an extreme. She took it to another level. This level ain't the level. We would go to another level. Yeah, with the hands. Phone. So
I didn't think you were looking at me.
I was looking dead at you, and I was like, she really just did that. Phone, put it away. So you have this thing that shows up in movies where you see all these people. The end of the movies are always in a relationship. I mean, for real. Disney Channel, folks in relationships. Nickelodeon, folks in relationships. It was like, really? Then we got music. I'm not gonna hinder on this too much, but it just seems like everybody is. I mean, folks just seem happy in their songs and
They seem happy in
they just seem so happy. It's like, you know. I mean, there's instances. Folks write songs for people who aren't happy. I mean, when I was in my sophomore year of high school, this song called So Sick came out by Neo.
I have that.
I know it's not.
And it was like him talking about his frustrations, but then he had the song called Sexy Love, which is talking about, you know, she makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. And I was like, really? Neo, back in the neck?
You got it.
Especially she got hair. Neo look like a ninja turtle. Neo don't even got hair.
Neo looked like a straight knock dude. At the NBA All-Star game that he had on, I was like,
Oh wait, don't he wear don't got hair?
that's true.
That's why they wear the. It's still in the back of your vagina. Don't he got cancer? Don't he wear lip gloss? No, I'm right. He look like Lil Bill. Stop.
That's good. That's good. So, but I think those things contribute. I think all the things we just talked about contribute to this feeling of loneliness, feeling like you have to have somebody. And I think it becomes rather idle because I'm gonna get to you in a second. I feel like at times these relationships aren't really meaningful. I mean, what are we getting out of it? For those of you who've been in a relationship, what have you gotten out of it?
It was fun.
Real. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you, I was the opposite. I used to break up with people around their birthday, Valentine's Day,
I did it around
and
Valentine's
Christmas.
Day.
Wow.
I would do it. I would do it early enough, like, or what I would do is I would ask somebody out on like February 15th.
No, don't you hate when their birthday is like by Christmas and then Valentine's Day? Messed up.
See, yeah.
It's just
My wife this year, it's Mother's Day, wedding anniversary, her birthday, within 6 weeks.
That's some money I'm so pocket though.
I'm not gonna be
But
there.
it's birthday, right?
It's worth
I might
it.
see that.
It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it, but it's worth. See, the reason why I don't mind spending money on my wife, and the reason why I didn't spend money on other skeezers out there is because
Excuse me. Wow. A whole nother box of this. Your face. Your face.
how am I paid?
Your face.
Because I want to spend money on girls?
No.
Why? Why would I just spend money on you when I knew we wasn't gonna be together? That's okay.
For the fame?
No, exactly. Now I know that. Now I know it wasn't worth it. But back then it was like I'm supposed to be in relationships. No, I remember, like literally, not one girl. No, that's not true. A couple girls I dated, I was like maybe, but they were church girls. And when you date people in church, people put pressure on you like you're supposed to get married.
Yeah. It just came out.
They'd be like,
My mom, she's all like, your husband, we're gonna marry someone in the church. Like, man.
you probably will though.
Don't say that.
He may not be here right now. He may not be here now. Okay, but you're how old? 15? When I was 15, I knew I was going to marry somebody who went to our church, but somebody had come to our church yet. She didn't come to our church until I was 17. So right. So so there was that whole deal, but yeah, no. If I could do it again, I wouldn't have dated. I wouldn't have dated any of them.
You would have waited.
Because okay, here's the deal. It's like Joe said. Joe was the dude on the video. Just because you're doing something doesn't mean you're gaining experience or wisdom. I'm sorry. Just because you're experiencing something doesn't mean you're gaining wisdom. So just because you're dating people doesn't mean you're learning how to be a good. Because honestly, no, who really wants to be a good girlfriend? I mean, let's think about it. If you're a good girlfriend, you will continuously be a good girlfriend. But if you're wife material, folks actually want to marry you. But if you're wife material, people don't see. Here's the thing, folks be like, "Hey, yo, that's wifey." But here's the thing: most of the girls that dudes are like, "Hey, that's wifey." She's good enough for me to claim her as we're together, but not good enough for me to actually wife. Because if you think about it, a lot of folks actually aren't married. But if some dude can look at you and go, "I'll marry you," like whenever we can get married, that's actually a better place to be because you're actually moving in the direction of being the way you were supposed to be. Because when God created Adam and Eve, they didn't date; they just got married.
You can't just tell me. Remember what that man said? You gotta go to.
Bro, I told somebody, I was like, "I'm marrying you," and she was like, "Okay." At first, well, you know what's funny is like when I first mentioned it, like when I first kind of brought up the whole conversation about marriage before we were really like talking, she was kind of like, "Okay," but she wasn't in the right state of mind then. And then after she got in the right state of mind, and I was like, "Look, I'm marrying you." She was like, "Okay." And like we started planning our wedding like a month into being in a relationship. Why? Huh? But see, here's the thing. I decided that I wasn't gonna date her if I wasn't going to marry her. Because otherwise, okay. Let me ask you this: Would you go to basketball practice every day to not go to the games?
No.
You would go to basketball practice. You would go every day to practice and then not go to the game.
Yeah, because
It's fun.
I'd rather not go to the game and then not practice and go to the
That's wasting time to be at home doing something like that.
It depends on
Okay, listen. You are practicing with the varsity team every day, and then game day comes around and you just don't go.
Week, basically.
It was a waste of a week.
Hey, you stay in shape though. Stay in shape though. That's what I'm saying.
Be in shape to do what?
You're not gonna track it. Might as well be in shape.
But be in shape to do what? See, shape is relative. I feel like you get in shape to, like for example, I could get in shape to play football. I get in shape to play basketball. Like right now, I'm in good enough shape to pick up basketball. But I'm not in college football shape because I don't need to be. A lot of times people, right, but I think what ends up happening is folks are like, well, I gained experience, I gained knowledge. No, but you just wasted your time. Like honestly, I got this water bottle at KFC and Time is one of those things that you can never get back. When I finish this water bottle, that's what I was saying. That's why I mentioned getting this water bottle. When I finish this water is gone. I can put different water in here. It won't be the same water. So listen, time is the same way. When you leave here, you will never be able to get the hour and some change that we spent here back. You can't do it.
What time is it?
You can't be like, I'm going to stay up an extra 2 hours. You still aren't earning back those hours because there's always 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 365 days in a year. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to relationships, you have to ask yourself, what am I doing spending time with this person if at the end of it we're going to break up and I'm not going to get that time back? Yes.
Why do they all? Oh, I just remember you talking about.
Okay. So let me ask you this: for people who've been in a relationship, like I said, what did you gain? I never got answers. Just raise your hand and let me know. Yeah. A close friend group or a close friend? Close friendship. Did you need to be in a relationship to get that close? Okay. You know. Anybody else? What did you gain? You know what I gained? Drama.
Bro, yeah.
There was no drama.
That's because we're in the right.
For you, yeah.
Okay, here's my response to that.
That's the funny part.
Here's the funny thing though. Hold on, time out. Here's the thing though. If I was in the right relationship, it would have never ended. You know what I'm saying? So yes.
You can get fun, I guess.
What kind of fun?
In other words, she's saying she was going.
Here's what happens, especially in high school relationships. You start going out on dates, and then you start hanging out all the time, and you're all booed up by the locker, then you're all up in each other's mouth, and then all of a sudden, what? What else is there to do?
They say that happens for every relationship, like that don't happen, like for my relationship, that none of that happens.
Because you're in middle school, I said in high school relationships.
Middle school, that happens in high school.
No, it's big difference. There is a.
But what I'm saying is, when you're in a relationship, at some point, you start asking the question, what else is there for us? I mean, what we've run out of stuff to talk on the phone about. At some point, things, most of the time, get physical. And when things get physical, it's a wrap. Because here's the deal. When you start talking about kissing, like I've had people ask me, is it okay to kiss? Can Christians kiss? And that the Bible says this. Can a man have coals heaped into his lap and not be burned? And it's sort of rhetorical, no. If you get coals left in you, heaped in your lap, you get burned. It's in the same way. It says to touch not, taste not, handle not.
Oh my God. Get your mind out the
From a very profound statement to we need to connect the dots here.
Just killed my vibe. I was like, and I was like,
So basically what's happening here is we're talking about the ability to okay, this is what most people do when it comes to relationships. They're here and the floor is sex, okay? And they go, yeah, she just looked at me like, word? Yes, the floor is sex. No.
Oh, you put your feet up.
Right, he's like, psych. So this is what happens, is folks do this, they go, we're not having sex.
Can I do the Martise?
We're not having sex.
I don't even think he was serving that. That was too funny.
And it'd be like right here teetering off, right? And basically, like we talked about it within the context of basis.
Kids in my school just jump in.
Well, some people do, but what I'm saying is that a lot of kids, especially within the Christian context, okay, like this is what I look at it. You ready? You ready? No, I'm taking this a step deeper. Like back there is just we're dating, but we're dating with the intention of getting married, and we're not even going to go down that road. Up here is okay, we're starting to hold hands. You start holding hands, you start rubbing each other in the back of the hand, you know. Then all of a sudden you hugging, but you getting real sensual hugs. And then you a little peck. Then we making out. Then touch my body. Yeah. Right, Mariah Carey. Then it's you look better with the lights off, and then how the song go.
That's dirty.
Bro, that's messed up.
That ain't that messed up. But no, suddenly at this place we're at that. Marcus Houston came out with a song called "Naked" back when I was in high school. If you've never heard of it, good. It's so. But listen. This is where right here is where people start touching parts that clothes cover. And then this is the part where people start taking off their clothes and touching each other and start like handling each other, you know what I'm saying? And then this is where like, see when you're right here, it's like no clothes on and you think about doing it but you don't do it. But here's the thing, when you get here, there are forces behind you pushing you. Because what they want you to do is they want you to go off the deep end. Because once you have sex, once you fall, you are forever trying to get back. You are in a hole with no ladder that's taller than you. And some people think that they can get out of the hole by digging deeper, but you can't. And some people try to climb out, but they can't. Sex is a monster. And it's a monster that's asleep.
Bless you.
It's a monster that's asleep. But here's the deal. Don't wake it up. Who in here has ever babysat like a baby? Like infant, 1 year old, maybe even 2. You raise your hand? Okay, everybody here, awesome. Have you ever, it's one thing for a kid to, you come over to babysit and the kid's already asleep, and you just kind of, go about doing your thing. But let you do something loud, and that kid wake up and, it has interrupted sleep, you know what I mean? Where they weren't supposed to wake up, they just kind of pop up in there, and you try putting that kid back to sleep. You know how hard it is to put a kid that's up back to sleep?
It depends.
Depends on the kid.
Well, my little brother.
Bad little kids.
Oh, okay.
No, then you knock him out with a frying pan.
They be like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. No, but if that kid wakes up and gets upset, especially if they didn't see their parent leave, and suddenly they see you, and they realize seeing you means my parent's not here, so throw a bigger fit, you will not be able to get that kid to go back to sleep. With sex, it's a monster that you cannot get to go back to sleep once it wakes up. But if you keep that joker asleep, you'll be fine. So
I want a date now.
So it's just like that video we watched, that Lake House skit.
Yes, exactly. So listen. Here's the objective. I'm gonna get there. Here's the objective. The objective is not to even be on this ledge. You want to stay. I heard somebody say this, and it revolutionized the way I looked at my own life. They said, some people say, how close can I get to sinning without sinning? What this person said, but I say, how far away from sinning can I get? And that was deep to me. I thought, how many times am I like, okay, that's sin. And so it's like, and your foot's like that close. Some of us try to get so close to sin without actually falling in. But I'm like, look, that's sin. I don't want no, sea monsters to reach up and grab a brother, so I'm going to stay back here. Now, there are a lot of contributing factors to this, and we can talk about them, and maybe I'll do a video on that this week so that you all will watch it. But, Serena's like, I ain't watching no videos. Like, but, so here's the question. Here's my question. What do you look for in a person that you're dating, or that you desire to date? What do you look for?
Similarities.
Tall.
Not a butthole.
Tall.
God.
Dark skin.
Well, I would hope that you're not looking to date a butthole.
Dark skin.
You know what I mean? I can't say what I wanted to.
No.
I would say the same thing.
Like, they're not.
It's about the physical.
You gotta have
What
both.
part?
That don't work in high school. somebody that you like because they're a good person if you want to. Folks will be like, why are you dating that ugly person? I dated one girl she was the coolest person I've ever met in my entire life. Conversation, Mariah, put your phone away. Conversation was great. I mean, love.
Wait, can I turn my back off?
Huh?
Turn my phone back off.
Off? Please turn it off. I thought you'd already turned it off. But actually turn it off. Don't get on it so you can check a message and then be like, I'm turning it off. Okay.
She is gorgeous. Okay.
There was a song that Bow Wow came out with. It's really, really nice to meet you, Ma. I'm really, really digging your style. Yeah. Well, and then he was like, conversation's amazing. Because he hit the whole Jay-Z thing. Because, Jay-Z, when you talk about Jay-Z always agrees with himself. He was just agree with himself because everything he says is amazing. So,
You're not gonna believe that. I would like to see that.
But conversation, I was like, man, conversation was the bomb. She was so cool to be around. She had a great personality, but she wasn't bomb. And so some of my friends were like, are you really dating her? And I was like, yeah, I mean, she's a great person. Well, she's a little bit out of your league. I mean, you're a little bit out of her league. And I was like, so you can't just date people in high school, according to, oh, they're a good person. Because you'll get ridiculed.
I don't care.
I'm
tired of going to
I don't like the way you look.
Because, this is the way I looked at it when I was getting married. There were girls I would meet who had great personalities, but I was like, if I marry you, I have to look at you in the morning. And if I don't like the way you look with makeup on,
Dang.
I just look without makeup.
I've only met one girl that looked without makeup that would.
she looked better with the lights low.
Or lights on.
Turn on the light.
Put it back.
I'm looking for. No.
I heard she keep her promises and never turn on you. I heard she.
Okay, so
Put it back over.
this is probably the most interesting group we've had in a minute.
Shut up.
My lip gloss.
I'm gonna bleep that out too.
Why are you so disrespectful?
What's happening to him?
You mind your business.
So ultimately, here's the reality though. I think you all get the point. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and close it. I think you all understand that when it comes to dating, it's really, I mean, of course, there's a lot of factors and there's loneliness that gets kicked in and we want to be in relationships. Ultimately, if you're not looking to marry, you shouldn't be in a relationship because ultimately you're just always time. Because if it was the right relationship, you'd want it to be forever. But if you want it to be forever, then you're thinking about marriage. If you're thinking about marriage, you need to have certain things in place before you get there.
Basically, it's just giving your reputation, good and bad terms, especially if you had sex with them already only in the 7th grade. It's like you get
Trifling. How do you do
my
that?
friend, yeah.
No,
There's a girl that was pregnant last year at our
She's a
school.
thought.
She had to leave in the 7th grade.
She went to go get a pregnancy test the second day. Like, why would you?
She thought for real.
She's dumb. No, I can't say that because she's my friend.
She's a thought? What's a thought?
Them H-O-T. Them H-O-S-E. I mean, E-S is out there. Yeah. Them garden tools out there. Them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I kinda didn't catch the O-E or the E-S.
I mean,
She didn't say the H-O, she just said the E-S's, and I was like...
Yeah, that's
But
what,
listen, nobody wants that reputation, and nobody got time for that. Nobody wants to have that thing. But also, listen, if you are that person who's just, it's okay. Folks might be like, oh, you're such a prude. But take that because it's somebody who's just, they don't have sex and they don't do all that stuff. Such a prude. Going back to our previous conversation, shows like iCarly, Hannah Montana, the whole Disney Channel just jacked folks' lives up. We thought that we were supposed to be in relationships when we weren't. It was just teaching us to be in bad relationships. So this is my encouragement to you. If you ever decide that, hey, I want to be in a relationship, come holler at me. I got a lifetime of knowledge.
you want to be in a relationship?
No, but I can talk you through some things, and I just want to ask you, why?
Hey, I ain't got no daddy. Somebody gotta need him.
If that's what I mean, if you're like Elder Wayne, there's this dude I like, I want you to meet him. I wouldn't mind meeting him. I'm cool with that. Look, it's like I told Aaliyah, I'm not gonna be in his face like 21 questions like, where you from? What you doing? What are your intentions with my daughter? I mean, questions make a statement.
People in my school.
Where you been? How much did you spend?
No, wait.
Yeah, I trust you.
Yeah.
Nah, unlock your phone. Who is this? See, why you playing with me? That's the same reason why you ain't staying with me. Trying to get in the job, you ain't playing with me. And I ain't even trying to hear what you're saying to me. Just grab your stuff, hit the dope, go chill with them other girls. That's why her weed stinks. You know what's funny? When I was in middle school, we were like, oh my gosh, she almost got stole on. But y'all don't say that no more.
I said that to someone and they was like, what does that mean? Because I saw them still off with them. They were like, what does that mean? I'm like,
I said you ain't about them hands.
you ain't about that.
You ain't about them hands. I'm gonna start using that. I'm using my art like, you ain't about them hands.
These kids that teach you ain't about them hands.
I was in a good little vibe.
Hey, straight hush mode. I'm gonna start using that too.
Oh,
You don't even understand. Like, I'm gonna walk in my house and be like, ain't nobody here. Hashtag hush mode.
No.
And then I'm gonna tweet at you.
Mute.
Are you following her?
No, cause she blocked me.
No, I did not. I did not. Okay.
You blocked me.
I did block you, but then I unblocked you.
So now I wasn't following you anymore. So I'm gonna follow you. It's all
To
good.
be honest, you were blocked for 10 minutes. I only blocked you for 4 days and then I unblocked you.
Why I get blocked? It's not
No,
like
this was a long time ago.
it's not like I'm outrageous with my tweets. Though.
It's just like nobody had told my mom something and then your name got put in. I was like, oh, no, for real.
But see, I'm not a snitch like that though.
Something like that.
Cause I know stitches get stitches. I'm not even about
And
that.
they get blocked.
I'm not like that. I'm not like, oh, I saw this person on Twitter. Look, my thing is this: if you put it on Twitter, that's on you. I'm not.
Nobody who she followed had a Twitter. Like that one.
No, but I don't care. It's over with. It wasn't that big a deal. But
Hey, I feel you.
I
You
don't
know,
like how she came at me. And I
we
was
moved
like,
past it.
Wait.
Cause like girls from North will still be on it. From North, they still be on it. You know. That's the new this and this. Those are the new hands. So I can't do that because pause. You just don't look like a dude when you do that. Anyway, yes.
You throw me off when I say pause.
She'd be like, she'd be really calm, and she'd be like,
Yeah.
she'd be like, can I unfreeze? Forgot to press play.
You know what's funny though is if you ever went through just try it one day and actually did or like responded to what people say like as if it was literal, it would actually be kind of funny. Cause like no, think about it. If you did that one day, just try it. Where folks would be like, you know, I was on straight hush mode. You were like.
I hate when I was talking to someone and I was like, shut up. And I was talking to them and I was like, hello, and they didn't say nothing. And then they're like, you told me to shut up. I'm sorry. I do that all the time. I'm like, okay.
But no, if you really did that, or if somebody was like, what's up? I don't know. I mean, lots of things are up. Just for an entire day, you will irritate the mess out of everybody. But what it will reveal is that we don't actually speak English.
I'm not paying.
I'm gonna do that now.
I'm like, where you going?
Oh yeah.
What?
What did Maria
No,
say?
Jonathan was like, I'm not going. I'm like, where you going?
Oh yeah, he was like, go. I can't go.
Yeah, he was like, I can't go. I'm like, where you going?
Well, like, can't go where?
Exactly.
Yes.
When the teacher was like done with explaining how everything is like bad and like not gay and everything, someone was all like, "That's ratchet." And she went off on a tangent. It was like, "You should be calling people ratchet." Blah blah blah.
So like, what you want me to call them then?
Miranda, you remember like 2 o'clock in the morning we was watching that little kid show and the grandma's name was Aunt Ratchet?
Oh yeah, it was like I'm Ratchet, and we was like, wait, what? And he was I'm Ratchet, and I was like,
Yeah, we had to listen real close.
You know one of the Transformers are named Ratchet?
Do you know that there are subliminal messages and a lot of different things that condition us to do things?
or like on SpongeBob the movie when it's the movie when Mr. Krabs was like, you check.
Well, the Jesse episode of SpongeBob where they were cussing, but it was like,
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. I'm like, what are they saying?
like you're such a and I was like, stop!
He was like,
They're cussing on SpongeBob.
Or when he was like his
Why are you
13 cuss
surprised?
words. Yeah, and then I counted them too.
Miranda
Like,
was doing this.
Exactly.
SpongeBob. She was like,
he was like, go back. He was like,
Yes.
At the end of your SpongeBob movie,
you took
Patrick, I don't know if SpongeBob was doing it, but Patrick was doing like the fish.
Don't fish snapping nobody
Yeah,
up.
hit him.
Oh my god! Yeah, he was
hashtag all conference. Who did I tweet that at? Was that you? I tweeted hashtag all conference tour team.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
like.
saw that.
And
I
there was
don't
this
know.
boy, he said he
It's stupid. That's why I say it. Like
I
it's
don't get it though.
like-
the
like-
white people said it on that. Well, white
What is
people
all
should say. I mean,
like out of your whole conference, you were one of the best twerk folks. So you're on like you know how when you play sports you have a conference.
yeah.
Oh, you don't have a conference.
I know what you're talking.
We have 3 schools.
But like when you in your 3 sports, they play against other teams. Usually the set of teams, the set of schools are a conference. They play each other during the regular season. So listen, you need. I think it's important to have a lot of friends. I think that's very important. So one of the things I think is really cool to do is hang out with people. But when you start trying to form romantic relationships at your age, it gets confusing and you really just start to throw yourself off. So my suggestion is stay connected with your friends, stay connected with your family, stay connected with the ministry, and understand that your time will come. Your time will come. So let's pray, and then I'll take a bunch of questions.
Wait, I thought you had to do that.